Hi, good morning, my friends. Back again to follow. So I am enjoying this 12 point, which I cannot even describe with words. Really, this is just like I can feel just like tremendous result with what I just like I'm adding to my experience as an English speaker. So just like I'm proud of what I'm doing, just personally it works for me. So if anybody just like I don't mind if from my country, anywhere in the world to do something like similar in some way, just to get better their speaking skill. It just really works. Now I can compare myself with you know with that moment when I started just speaking. So many times I couldn't even just like make one video. So many times I have to cut off because I was just win disaster. It works. It works really. Just trust me. I am so my English, so it becomes like every time I have more freedom to speak. So many times, so I have like more options, because of course when you don't when when you start practicing like a foreign language that you are learning, so at the beginning, so you get stuck, you get blocked, you don't have like it's even hard to breathe. And of course, I know always that there is still so much English, uh, so much more ability, but I am just like becoming better and better over the time with the practice. So I think in 1 year I will be just like I will be just like having that ability, that option to just speak all the English I want when I want it, and it will be free. I will be just like this speaking ability will be just like as built as as easy for me to speak uh, uh, as other as other English abilities I have in writing, reading, etc. So just I'm developing this, and this is how it works for me, and this is how we're gonna keep it, because at the end of the day I will be having that so much freedom. I will become a natural speaker, so I'm keeping on. So anybody want to try this, just to train themselves to become good speakers, to have ability to use all the vocabulary, everything that they own in such in a foreign language. So they just trust me, do that. Yeah, it works. Anyway, so I have another quote today. So, and my quote is: "Don't sell the sun to buy a candle. Don't sell the sun to buy a candle." Yeah, you cannot sell the sun, because a candle can melt, just like in a very short time, and it gives just very little light. It's just like a candle. Is not. It's not even. The sun is permanent. It's always there, and it lightens the entire Earth, if not the universe. But just you cannot seal the sun just for just getting a candle. A candle is just like it lightens just a little bit. It doesn't warm anybody. It just like it's not even you cannot rely on it, because it melts. It melts and disappears, because a candle is like a worthless light. It's it's just like it doesn't worth it to seal the entire sun in order to just buy a candle. A candle is a stupidity. It's just a candle. If you compare it, just like sealing the sun just for getting a candle, that's ridiculous. That may be the most stupid thing that I could there could there could happen, you know. And this is like, of course, it timbers as it holds a big message. It doesn't mean the sun exactly, because nobody can see or buy the sun, but people can buy a candle. That would mean you cannot, you know, change something so worthy for something just like worthless, or worth very much less than that precious thing, that treasure, that thing that is so important if it's compared to the sun. So just if you compare the sun with a candle, so that's just like a just like hard to make this sort of mistakes. People just like, things which are important, which are like worth it, or things which are like sacred, or things which are like you know really are important. You cannot change them, change them just for a very small stupidity. Just like what doesn't remain, what doesn't just like uh, long, what doesn't just like you cannot find there always, so you cannot change it for something that is just like meaningless or worthless, or just like just temporal. Just like keep what is gonna was gonna work forever, and stupidity is just like to the other side. Well, it's just like well, what is meaningful, what does worth it, so you have to keep them. You cannot change them for the things which are meaningless or don't mean anything at all. So this is it. Thank you very much.